Blessed morning, blessed love one and all. Welcome back to Yard Studying in Jamaica. So I am unable to go into my garden this morning. However, I won't allow that to stop me from doing something that is garden related. So I am going to be planting out some chocolate habanero seeds this morning, and as well as some banana like tomatoes. Yes. So this is what I'm doing. I'm filling up the cells. So I damped the peat moss. I damped the peat moss, and I'm filling the cells now to plant. But before I touch that pepper seed, I'm going to put on a glove. So stand by. It's not the kitchen towel. This here is the garden towel. I don't know if pepper seeds has ever burnt you, where it ain't not to burn you, or should I say not pepper seeds but pepper. So I'll tell you a story of me cutting up the pepper and rushing to use the bathroom shortly thereafter. I don't need to say anymore, right? Okay then. So chocolate habanero. And this is what I do. I just pull the seeds off. The same thing I do with the sweet peppers. I just pull off the seeds and I'll just stick them in a cell. I separate the seeds. They go into the cell. Till I have a problem with growing anything named pepper from store-bought seed. I am hoping that that will not be the norm this season because I purchased sweet pepper seeds. So I am limiting the amount of this that I will grow. I'm going, no, I'm going to give away some. So if I'm planting out this entire cell, which should be 18 plants. Yes, I can give away some. Hmm. I'm trying to encourage all of my co-workers to grow a garden, you see? And in the bid to get them to grow the garden, I have may take it upon myself to be the provider of the plants, the transplants or the seed. So yeah, in this season, you want to encourage everybody to try to help themselves. Yeah. So this is what this is all about. This is not all for Miss Anne. So some have already caught on, and trust me, every day them come ask me, Miss Anne, X now grow, what make we do? So even if I never wanted to research stuff, in order to give them a qualified answer, I have no option but to research. See, all right. So that's 18 chocolate habanero seed. And what I generally do afterwards is to use some of the same moistened peat moss. Same one that has been moistened. And what I do with this now is I use it to cover the seeds. That way, they have enough soil under and above. This is what I do next. Moisten the seed, John. Moisten the seed. Or should I say cover the seed, but moisten the seed. I cover the seed. If you hear a little pitter patter in the background, it's raining. And Miss Anne know when she walk out in the rain, she gets sick, so she's not going out in the rain. Okay? Alright, so that's the chocolate habanero. Done. I'll just pat this down and I'll then water. Water it in thoroughly. Alright, so let me tell you how I come by these. I buy the seed cells at the farm store or the hardware, whichever place I find them. And what I do is, because space is premium in my yard, I cut the cells into sections so that anywhere I can find to stick up a little cell, I know it is easier to find a space to stick a smaller cell than the whole 72 seed cell. So that is why I have them. I tend to cut them in 18 cell sections. Yeah. So more often than not, I plant 18 of something. So let's water it in now. Really water it so that it is really saturated. When the water starts coming through the bottom section, that is when we stop. Okay? So until the water starts seeping through the bottom, we don't stop watering. Alright, you see the water starts falling out of the bottom. You're sure that the soil is heavily moistened now. Alright. See? Water starts dropping out of almost every one of them. So this is now water. Alright, so it's time for my banana leg tomato. I kind of plant tomatoes two ways. The seeds are dry. The seeds are dry. All I do is put them in cells like that. However, because these, I'm going to be slicing this a little thinner and then just sticking the portions, the tomatoes, as well as the seeds into the soil. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so here I am now. So I'm going to be slicing this tomato. Why the knife sharp lighter? And if my finger didn't have the way cut it off already. Alright, so this is it. This is how I'm slicing it. So it don't have a lot of seeds in there, as I've seen. It have a lot of seeds. So whatever seeds are in there, I'm going to be laying them flat on the soil. I'm putting two in this bag with some moistened peat moss. And then I'm going to be covering it over. So that is that. And I'm going to be watering it in. Let me plant the other one first, and then I just do one set of water. Pardon that here, my sisters are calling me. Alright, I think I'm going to have to, the seeds are gushing out of this one, so I'll be planting that as is. Seeds are gushing out, so me do a mama right now. Just squeeze out the balance of the seed. That is not what I wanted done, but it have a mind of its own, and I'm going to be playing along with it today. Alright, so same thing. You tap it off. Yeah. It was not the idea or the intent, but look now. You see two different ways to plant tomato. Look at that. That was not, well, I say planned. It's unplanned. I know most people wash the tomato seeds first. I have never had a problem with growing them without washing them off first. Never had a problem. So, let me water these in. Same way you water the other one, you water it. Water these in, water them in. And you just leave them. You know something I forgot to do? To pierce the bag. Well, a blessed morning to you all, and welcome back to the yard steading in Jamaica with Anne. All right, so I promised that I would have taken you all along on my transplant journey. This is going to be a shortened edition of this transplant journey. So I will indeed complete the task filming. However, you won't see all of it on today because I'm not just transplanting today, I'm also sowing seeds. Yes, people. However, here we are. So I actually started in and then I remembered. So I got my digital device so I could film. So here we go. So I've already started. In this pot I have transplanted. What's in there? In this I have um yellow sweet pepper. So I put the yellow sweet pepper in this, and I'm going to be continuing all along here. So you notice I put the sweet pepper to the front because I'm going to be putting something else in the back. There's no way I'm going to allow a sweet pepper to add an entire container. Space is premium. So here is my rooting solution, and I'm going to be pouring directly at the root of these plants. So once you transplant them out of the containers, you just root water them instantaneously. All right, so it is said that, and I have proven so far, because that's what I did with tomatoes I have that I'm harvesting from right now. So what I did with those tomatoes is that when I transplanted them, I gave them this particular solution, and it allows the root system to grow deeper and spread. And I think that is what happened to those tomatoes, why they are so much different from the tomatoes I've planted before. Yeah, that is my belief, because that's the only thing that I have changed. Liar? No. I also changed my method of fertilization. Yeah, I changed out what I used to use as a soil drench to this sugar, brown sugar, salt. Hey Lizzie, good morning. To the brown sugar, vinegar, salt solution. Yeah, I did that. So those are the only two things that have been changed. And as was stated, when I did my research on this particular solution, the rooting solution rather, it said that it would give you more vigorous plants, and those are very vigorous. And it also said that it caused them to put a lot of fruit on each one. And I have grown slicing tomatoes before, but I've never had so many fruits on a plant. So I am going to say I believe that it worked. Yeah, I genuinely believe that it worked. Yep, I'm also going to share with you today. You may not see it in this video, but in a later video, I'm going to share with you today also how I plant my corns, because my corns are planted using the square foot method of gardening. So I'm going to share that with you. It's strange because I have to pop out a tape measure, yeah, before I start doing anything, because I have to measure the bed length and width prior to, so that I can do my calculations to say how many corns can be planted in my spaces. All right, so I'm going to have to be treating my round barrel like a square, and I have a rectangular bed. So stay tuned for that one. All right, let us continue to transplant. So, transplant. So it's two things I'm doing at the same time. This is decomposted chicken manure. So once I put the transplant in the soil, I side dress it with some decomposted chicken manure. And then I want it over this side. I don't want them too close to one another. Side dress. And then water. So all of these are my yellow sweet peppers, y'all. Yellow sweet peppers. Okay. And then we water. So my soils are moistened, pre-moistened, as I tell you that I normally do. And if you look in the containers, you can see that they are super moist. All right, sorry here, but a fork is one of my garden aid. So when I have more than one plant in a container, I don't want to spoil it up. So I use a fork, and the fork aids me in taking my plant out of the soil. So you over there, sir. You right here, sir. All right. Let me go get some more soil. Side dressing. Side dress, side dress, side dress. I'll turn you around because you are going to be here, right? Water. It is that simple to utilize this rooting solution. That simple, that simple. So I'm going to be transplanting my last ooh, yellow sweet pepper. There's just so much water in this. I'm getting my composted chicken manure again so that I can side dress. I know you're wondering why I'm walking up and down. I try to keep wherever I'm working clear because I do not desire to trip and fall. So I'd prefer to do the back and front as long as I'm staying safe. All right, water you in. Okay, so that's kind of what we do when we transplant. So right now, I have some tomatoes that are in my mini shade house that have not been given their second dose because I was leaving it until when I was doing this. And then again, they had to start put fruits on. So not all of them are fruiting. So those that are started to put on blossom rather, I am going to be giving them some of the solution. Yes, my people. All of my flowers that have just come up, they will blossom. I'm going to give them some of this rooting solution as well. Oh, yes. So, until we meet up again on this very channel, this is Anne saying thank you for making it yard steading in Jamaica on this very, very, very blessed morning. And to my subscribers, old and new, thank you, thank you, thank you for making it yard steading in Jamaica. Yes, continue to share the videos, like the videos, leave your comments, and if you have not yet pressed that post notification bell, please to do so that you can be made aware each time a new video is uploaded. So for the tongue twister, if you are here and you have not yet subscribed, please to do so. Have a blessed day. Jagai.